Welcome back to Prez Show Live right now. Hanging out with my man Norman Dean, Team Epic. Shout out to Studio 41 for the dope space. Like I said, it's 105th Ave, downtown Pittsburgh, PA. Definitely come out here, get your studio time, all right? It's reasonable pricing and it's beautiful studio.
Beautiful.
All right, shout out to UWeb TV, Brett Allen. Shout out to my man Devin Hammonds over at Promo Push. My man Lee Davis over at the Three Horsemen. Go check them out, man. But right now, you know, it's about Team Epic, man. Like you said, you made Team Epic after the second mixtape.
Yeah, it was around that time.
Second mixtape.
It was around that time.
I still got my Team Epic T-shirt too.
Do you?
I was gonna wear it, but didn't go with my shirt.
Sorry.
But no, like when you made Team Epic, what was the point? What was the importance you felt to make a team like that?
Well, I had the concept before I even had any people. You know what I mean? Because it was just me and Mike at first. But like, you know, like everybody has to have a good team behind them, whether it be like business or just like other artists or like supportive or whatever. You know what I mean? I feel like every successful artist needs a good team of people behind them. So I felt like if I wanted to continue progressing the way that I wanted to, I had to put that in place and kind of birth that and start that.
Absolutely. So who was in Team Epic? Because y'all grew over the past couple of years.
We have grown. We'll probably stay at about where we're at now. But Team Epic is me. It's Space Jam Jiff, Janae Davis, Ty Murder, and my homie Devon King, who is out in New York. He's repping for Team Epic out in New York. He's doing this thing out there.
Dope.
Definitely.
Dope. I got a lot of talent in that box right there.
Yeah,
man.
there's definitely it's a lot of different sounds. Like, you know what I mean. Like, you know, I got my sound. You know, Janae, she's the vocalist, so she could go anywhere with that. You know what I mean. That's just up for grabs always. You know, Jeff, he's still like kind of finding his sound. You know what I mean. But he's in like a real good transition period right now. Like the music that we've been making together lately has been. It's been like a whole new Jiff. Yeah. And I really like it, you know what I mean? And then
he's like somebody lit a fire in him, man. I don't know what happened. Maybe was it because he dipped out of my interview?
I don't know. See, but like I be like I had to give him a little bit of push, a little motivation too, like in order to do that. Cause I told him I was like, you know what I mean? Cause like he got like some like trappish records, you know what I mean? And like those are cool. But like I told him just personally, we were having a conversation. I was like, bro, I want to hear, I kind of want to hear like something else from you. I mean, I don't want to hear like trap Jiff. Like I want to hear you branch out. And it's like I told him, I was like, I'm challenging you to do this. Like I'm challenging you to switch this up and kind of like evolve as an artist because it's time. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he's like, I got you. You know what I mean? And so far over these past couple months, I've definitely been seeing that. And then Ty. He's the trap rap, like that's his lane, you know what I mean? That's where he's at, that's where he belongs. So I don't got no problem with that, you know what I'm saying? Like, so he's holding that down. And then Devon, he's out in New York holding it down. He's like on the kind of the same steez that I'm on. Like he's hip hop, you know what I mean? He's in New York, so he sounds like I don't want to say he sounds like a New York hip hop artist because I don't want to.
What is that new?
Because I don't want to just put him in like one sound box. Right. But when you hear him rap, you hear like he raps with like a vengeance, you know what I mean? Like when he flows, you can tell he's from New York. Yeah. You know what I mean? And his style, but at the same time his style is real unique. Like, you know what I mean? It's hip hop, but it has his own like personal twist on it, you know what I mean? Which I really like. So I definitely
You always gonna have that edginess from a New York rapper.
Yeah, he has that.
You can't F with me type mentality, but I'm gonna spit these bars.
Yeah, like he got bars, and like he's one of them. He's like, you know what I mean? Like you don't mess with me, but he's real chill too. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's levels to the man. Yeah. So it just depends on like what you're getting from what, you know what I mean?
Right, it depends what track he feels.
Yeah, what track he's doing, or and whatever that be, you know what I mean? Like, but definitely he has a lot of potential, as well as the rest of Team Epic. You know what I mean? I feel like everybody in the team has the potential to go out and like just shine as a solo artist and you know what I mean, just get out there and make money and continue to progress. You know what I mean? So that's a big goal of mine, is to do what I can to make that happen this year. or at least get the wheels rolling. You know what I mean, for it.
Right. Even like you said, Space Jam, like the track that you guys did together. You know, he kind of like jumped out of himself. The track called Code. Mm-hmm. It's at 53K right now. You know what I'm saying? Listens on SoundCloud. Mm-hmm. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's up there. It's up there. Yeah, it's definitely. I was glad I was able to get him on that joint because that's a nice introduction to a lot of my fans, or like to his music. You know what I mean? So that's like for all my fans who don't already know who he is. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's just a way for them to get on that. You know what I mean? So I mean because that's I want my fans to be fans of everybody in Team Epic. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to kind of like keep introducing different people in whatever way I can, you know what I mean? Just whatever's beneficial to the rest of the team.
So when you got back from A3C, you did something. You did a verse. You know what I mean? When you got back home, you did a verse that you said you almost missed out on.
Yeah, almost missed out on it.
Now, this person, like, you know, I'm a little older.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Brand Nubian was somebody that I was listening to all the time.
Yeah.
Kuba, and you did a track with Sadat X.
Uh-huh.
You know, with a couple other, like, you know, boom bap artists from
Sadat X, Sean Brown.
Right, Sean Brown. Right. So it's like you did that track, like, how did you even get that information? They, you know what I'm saying, wanted you on the track.
Well, my one Mike had actually been talking to one of the artists on the track,
Richard Osborne.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, my homie. He's a singer. He's from overseas. He lives over there. And they had been talking, you know what I mean, for a little while and just conversating, and I was like, all right, you know what I mean, I'm gonna hit him up. I'm gonna talk to him too. You know what I mean? So like we talked, you know what I mean, we talked for like a week, you know what I mean, just chopping it up, talking about music business, you know what I mean? It wasn't like, oh, we should do a track, this, that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the one day he hit me, he was like, bro, I'd be honored if you would get on this jam with me, like Sadat X, Sean Brown, you know what I mean, Mo the General and everything. And I was like, I mean, definitely, you know what I mean, like that's a good look, you know what I mean, like, and so I had got that opportunity like before I had left for Atlanta.
Okay.
And so I had the Atlanta trip coming up, and I had a lot of things going on, you know what I mean. So I wanted to do it. It was there on my to-do list, but you know, some things kept happening. So I went to Atlanta, you know what I mean. Had the great experience, you know what I mean. Came back rejuvenated, energized, and as soon as I came back, the day I came back, I wrote that verse among others and recorded it just off rip and sent it to him, and he was like, bro, this is probably the best verse on the track, you know what I mean? So that was a great opportunity for me, you know what I mean? And I wasn't even aware of it, you know what I mean? Because like I said, like no disrespect, like I didn't know who Sadat X was, you know what I mean? I'm a younger cat, you know what I mean? And a lot of people, like when that joint came out, like a lot of the like older hip hop heads from around the burg that I know, like that I talked to, they're like yeah, that's big, you know what I mean? Like that's big, like he's a legend. And I was like, word, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of like I didn't fully realize what it was until after the fact, but it was, I'm definitely glad I was able to do that. That was a good look. Definitely. That was a great look, definitely.
Yeah, because you said that actually, like, it got you on DJ Booth.
It did. It
got me another door.
Yeah, it got me my my debut on DJ Booth, and like from then they just been picking up all my solo stuff too. So
that's dope.
That was definitely good. And like I said, I almost missed the deadline on that. So you know what I mean. You never know what opportunities might open up doors to other things. So you definitely just can't pass up on anything. That was definitely a lesson for me. I'm glad I didn't miss that one.
It was crazy because I got the email. When I got the email, I was just reading the names. And it said Norman Dean. I was like, first I thought someone stole Norman's name.
Man.
You know what I mean? Like, oh man, you know what I mean? Because it's two Joy Fats. So I'm like, oh man, here we go again.
Another Norman Dean.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, it's another Norman Dean out here. And I start reading the actual description. I was like, they said Norman Dean from Pittsburgh. So I'm like, this can't be a coincidence. It's got to be Norman. Yeah. So I played the joint. And actually, I was like, I think he was like the second or third.
Oh yeah, I think I was like third.
He was like third.
Third, maybe fourth. There was 5 cats on the joint.
You was right before Sean Brown.
Yeah.
So whatever that falls, and when I heard it, you made sure. It was like you made sure Pittsburgh, PA, Norman Dean team epic. You put that out there.
I had to.
You know what I mean?
It's one of them shameless plugs. Like
Yeah.
I had to put my city on in that jam. You know what I mean? I didn't want to just get on there, spit my verse, get off. Like I had to let it be known where I was from. You know what I mean? What I'm coming from and who I'm repping. You know what I mean?
It's smart, man.
All day. I mean, you know, if I'm getting on a joint like that with like some bigger artists who are like all from, you know what I mean, one's from New York, one's from like Massachusetts, one's from overseas. Like I gotta put on for my city, you know what I mean? Because everybody from those places who's listening to it, they're gonna be like, all right, this guy's from Pittsburgh. Like he, you know what I mean, he let it be known. So,
Right. You pick a couple more fans.
you know what I mean? Pick up a couple more fans. Like I always gotta let it be known where I'm from.
Definitely.
For sure.
And the other joint, like we talked before, the Blue Dreams EP that didn't happen. The jazz EP that really the iconic EP that didn't happen. You did a track called Blue Dreams. We did an interview down at your basement.
Yeah.
Down in your studio. My fault. Down in the studio. Team Epic. It's not a basement, by the way. All right, so we did the interview. I'm thinking he's going to drop this joint soon. What happened?
Well, like I said, it originally Iconic was supposed to be the 6-7 track jazz influenced EP.
Right.
But then like I got like half the tracks done for it, and I just started to think. I was like, I feel like this could be so much more. You know what I mean? I was like, I think I might make this into like a full project and kind of expand it outside of just saying it's like I stopped calling it a jazz EP because I wanted to make it a little bit more versatile. You know what I mean? So I decided that was going to be a full length project, and you know, Blue Dreams was the first cut off of that at the time. And then I started working throughout the year, and I was making a lot of music, and I was putting out a lot of music, but the music that I was making and putting out wasn't the sound that I want for Iconic. You know what I mean? I'm proud of all the music that I put out. It's all good music, but it wasn't the specific sound that I was looking for that project. So that's why it didn't drop in 2014. You know what I mean? With all the music I dropped last year, I could have dropped a project. I could have dropped 2 projects, but it wasn't about that. It's about getting the material out when it's ready, at the level that it's ready. You know what I mean? I want it to be perfect. You know what I mean? So even if I had to wait till 2016 to drop it, I would. I'm not. It's going to be out this year. Okay. But if I had to wait a whole another year to perfect it, I'd best believe I would, because there's no rush on greatness.
So track that you made, Demons. You switched up your voice.
Yeah.
I was at Boom Concepts, and you did the last track, and I told you, like, yo, the way you switch your voice up right there, that's crazy. You know, other people, like I said, yo, I don't know if people listen to tracks like they used to. But when someone switches their voice up, especially at a showcase like that, it catches everyone's ear. You know what I mean? Some people just listen to the songs, like, he just sound different on this song. Like, nah, he doesn't normally sound like this.
Yeah.
But when you switch your voice up on this Demons track, like, the direction that you took on that one, I would say that was a plus, B. I give you that. That's definitely a good track right there.
Yeah, that jam was that was probably like one of my most like influential songs, because that at the time that I made that was a time where it was in the midst of like all the publication about like Ferguson and everything like that goes with that was happening all over the country and everything, and I've at the time, like, and still now, but like at that time I was just feeling really strongly about everything that was going on. You know what I mean? Like as a young black man, because with those things happening, you can't help but not feel safe at times. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that was, all that stuff was just weighing on my heart really heavy. You know what I mean? So that's why I felt like I had to take a different approach and express that and let people know. But I didn't want to do it in the usual way. I had to switch it up. I had to make sure that you feel the emotion and really feel how I feel about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that had a lot to do with it. You know what I mean? That song was 100% influenced by things that were happening in our world. Yeah. And that's one of my realest songs to date.
Yeah, because you actually said it. I could get killed by a cop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, yo, like,
said, and cops killing kids made me feel like I need guns. Like, you know what I mean? There's I seen like a 12-year-old got shot by a cop because he had like a toy gun or some candy or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just stuff like that, you know, and it just makes you feel like nobody's safe. You know what I mean? Anything could happen. So that was There's definitely a lot that went into that. A lot of emotion and a lot of real life happenings.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, cause you remove yourself like you're in Pittsburgh. We know this is probably like the racist city in the U.S. Period. It's like one of the racist cities. Period.
Mm-hmm.
And we go through, especially if you go down the South Side, certain
Yeah.
times at night.
Yeah.
You're gonna have police that's gonna try to move you off, tell you get down the street, this, that, and the third. It's racist to the point where you almost don't even want to go out.
No, yeah, I've had experiences with prejudiced cops getting pulled over and like having my car searched, saying that it smells like weed when I wasn't smoking weed in there and there wasn't nothing in there. Like I've experienced that like firsthand. So it's scary because when you're going through it, you and you know that you're not doing anything wrong and they're taking this aggressive attitude towards you. You can just tell that they're trying to instigate you so they can do something, whether it's slam you on the car or arrest you or whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever, yeah, whatever it may be, you know what I mean? And to me, in situations like that, what's important is just keeping a level head and not giving them that reason.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not giving them a reason to put their hands on me or do anything like that.
Right.
Because I'm smarter than that. You know what I mean? A lot of cats will just start mouthing off, talk. You know what I mean? Talking back. That's not me.
Right.
That's not me. I think first. You know what I mean? And I don't want to be one of those names on the poster. You know what I'm saying?
That's smart. That's real smart. And you better than some of my friends. Put like that. Some of my friends, they just retarded.
Yeah, I mean, I got friends. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I got friends that would just mouth off to them too. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I know better. I know better. Yeah.
You don't want to spend that night down ACJ, man.
No.
That green bologna is not good for you. let me tell you, that green bologna is not good for you. But let's talk about the track that you dropped recently, man. OMS.
On my soul. Yeah. That was that joint kind of almost played off of Demons. Like if you listen to the chorus, it kind of almost plays off of that in a sense because that's talking about that's another song that was influenced a lot by like just real life things that are like currently happening. So like when you listen to the chorus, you might be like, he's talking about like Ferguson or police violence. But then when you get into the verse, it's talking about like it gets real deep. I mean, there's a couple different ways that you can perceive it. You know what I mean? But it's like like you got bars like whispered in my ear, you give me new purpose. Yeah. Why you save me with your love when I'm worthless and stuff like that. And just like I don't really want to try to break it down because I really just want the listener to just kind of take that how they take it.
That's the line I took from.
And yeah, you know what I mean?
Was like, I like that.
I want people to kind of make their own perception of what that means and what that means to them. You know what I mean? But that that was one of those jams where I just wanted to get kind of like deep and like with introspective and you know what I mean? Right. It was meant to be one of those tracks to really make people think.
Right.
You know? And I definitely enjoyed.
I mean, it's
making
working.
It.
It's working. You know what I'm saying? A lot of blogs picked that track up. A couple of them too. You know, a couple of other tracks you did. But that one like really like hit. I remember when it came out. Like I remember seeing on Twitter like it was blowing up everywhere. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You all hip hop, DJ Booth. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? A lot of other cats was getting it.
I knew hip hop. All that. Yeah.
You was definitely getting. It was spinning. Mm-hmm. It was definitely spinning.
Getting spins, yeah.
That's definitely what's up, man. You got a couple joints out. I know a couple radio stations picked it up as well. Mm-hmm. Not in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, you need to work on that.
It's all right.
You know what I mean? You gotta work on that, Pittsburgh.
Work on it, you know?
You know what I mean? Quit playing around out here.
Yeah, right.
But the tracks was, you know what I'm saying, picking up. And now, man, you looking at tours I'm hearing.
Yeah, so, yeah, me and the homie Beatty, I'm sure everyone knows who Beatty is. Me and the homie Beatty, we're actually going on tour in the spring.
Okay.
I can't say how many cities yet. Because, you know,
still working out details.
Yeah, I mean, we're still in the midst of working out the details, but we definitely will be on tour at least 5 cities, you know what I mean, around the East Coast. And I just hope from that I can go out and gain more fans. And also, it's an opportunity for my fans from whatever states, whatever cities we go to actually be able to come out and see me live, you know what I mean, rather than just interacting with me over Twitter or Snapchat or Instagram or listening to my music, you know what I mean? So that's a big opportunity for me and for BD because You know what I mean? Whenever you get the opportunity to travel and display your skill to people from all these different places, you know, that's a blessing.
Definitely is.
That's a blessing. So I'm real excited about the tour. And I got big hopes for it. I got high hopes. Yeah.
Yeah, I could tell.
Yeah.
I could definitely tell.
I think it'll be something to remember.
And you got the South by Southwest this March.
Yep, South by Southwest next month. Performing on the Orange mixtape stage. That's gonna be crazy. I would give more details on that.
Yeah.
But I don't have more details on that. But I can tell you that there's gonna be some big names on that stage that I'm accompanying, and I can't wait. I can't wait to just get down to Texas and it's basically gonna be like an A3C.
Okay.
On a larger scale, just way bigger. You know what I mean? So for South by Southwest, I plan to go down there. I plan to kill my set.
Right.
Get some new fans, market, meet people, and go see a whole bunch of people perform. You know what I mean? I plan on making the most out of those days that we're down there, because you can meet anybody down there.
Exactly.
You can meet anybody. I could go down there and meet up with like Drake, and you know what I mean? It could be history from them. Like it's yeah. So it's a great opportunity, and it's really what it's gonna be. It's just gonna be whatever I make it. You know what I mean? So I gotta make the most out of it. You know what I mean? Make it as beneficial for me and my team as possible.
Yeah, that's big for, like, I believe any artist, especially like in a city that we don't have one radio station. They don't really play local artists. You can't really hear it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to go out and find and, you know, get in those places where you have to show your skills and, you know, go out like A3Cs, the South by Southwest.
100%. And
that's how you're gonna grow.
Yeah, and that's what every artist should strive to expand outside of the city. I mean, I love the Berg, you know what I mean, because it's where I'm from, and I love the people that I've connected with and made bonds with here, you know. But when it comes time to make the money and take it to the next level, you got to take it outside of your city. You got to take it outside of your state, to the Atlantas, to Texas, to LA, to wherever, you know what I mean. And I spent a lot of time last year trying to expand my fan base in these other states so that I could carry on into this year and travel to those states and have those fans there. So it's all kind of coming together how I plan. So
question.
Yeah.
What do you see yourself at next year to this time?
This time next year.
Where we gonna be at?
On some magazine covers.
Magazine covers.
Yeah.
All right, bet.
Yeah.
What we talking about? Like Source? What we talking about?
Double
XL? Freshman magazine? The freshman list?
Hey man, if I could make the freshman list next year, that would be nice. But I wouldn't be mad because they be snubbing a lot of people. But I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm just I just hope that I can just continue to progress, and hopefully my real goal that I could say just is a career goal, and it would be really nice if it was by this time next year. If by this time next year I'm able to provide for myself and my family and my friends, just by doing what I love and just making music, that's all I can ask for. You know what I mean? That's my main goal. One of my main goals in my career is to be able to do what I love for a living, and to be able to take care of the people I love doing it.
Dope.
You know what I mean? So that's a big thing for me.
Team Epic to the moon, man.
Team Epic to the moon and back.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yo, man, that's the end of our show today. Thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so make sure, all right, you check my man out on Twitter at RealNormanDean. All right, he's about to get certified, so pay attention. All right, internet, pay attention. It's the Prez Show. Like, subscribe, follow us. All right, peace.